The key, Habibi, is that once you become delusional, that's where all the goals that you have, they'll start to manifest a lot faster. A lot faster. Here's the thing, right? Most people, when they look at the outside world, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, my goal is not even there." Let's just say they set a goal. They're like, "I want to have a beautiful house," and then they look at the on their outside life, and they're like, "There is no beautiful house," and then they start doubting themselves, and then they start getting angry. They're like, "Why is the goal not here? Why is everything I'm making dua for? Why is everything I'm writing down? Why is everything I'm trying to manifest is just not happening?" And it's not happening because you have to understand that the key is that once you become delusional, that's where the goal manifests a lot faster. The word manifest, it just means that something is coming from the unseen to the seen. And the reason why you have to become delusional first is because the seed is the inside, not the outside. When you look at a mirror, you're not going to be changing the mirror. You change the expression of the face. You change the image. You change yourself, not the mirror itself. You changing the mirror is so silly. But in reality, that's what all of you guys are doing. All of you guys are just trying to change the outside world, and you're getting mad at the outside world. When in reality, all of it has just been here. The world doesn't do anything except to respond what's in here. Allah says, I've talked about this so many times. I am what my servant thinks of me. There is a whole Shams Tabrizi, who was a Sufi mystic. He was a Muslim, Sufi mystic Muslim. He used to say, he's like, the way you feel about yourself is the way you feel about Allah. Because if you have fear within you, you'll think that Allah is always trying to like strike you down, always trying to do things that you're fearful of. Whatever thing you have in your heart, that's how you feel about Allah. So then if you're thinking that Allah is this being that doesn't allow you to have what you want, that's because you don't allow yourself to have what you want. If you think Allah is this being that does not forgive you, it's because you don't forgive yourself. And that's such a big key because that's the entire hadith. I am what my servant thinks of me. Allah is so generous, Allah is so merciful that Allah only responds to you. Allah responds to any request that you do. Allah responds to any thought that you have. So if you're thinking that Allah is this being that doesn't give you what you want, Allah will not give you what you want out of mercy of Him because you're thinking that of Allah. This is the law of abundance. If you think yourself as like stupid, you'll be gaining an abundance of stupidity in your life. If you look at your life and you're like, I'm so broke, you'll be gaining an abundance of brokenness in your life. But if you see yourself as someone who's rich and you walk around like you're rich, then you'll see an abundance of richness in your life. If you see Allah as this being that always gives you what you want in the least effort expended, right? Or in the least energy used, Allah's going to start giving you money and richness in the least energy used. In a way where you keep it, in a way where you multiply it, in a way where it's effortless. Do you understand how beautiful this whole law is? It's just the thoughts and the feeling. Allah only responds to the way you feel. That's why I'm saying become delusional, because in reality, delusion is the reality. Become delusional because you looking at the outside and feeling a certain way, that in of itself is the falsehood. But you've been lied to. You've literally been lied to. And what's so beautiful is the fact that Allah has already put this desire in your heart. It shows that Allah wants that desire for you. Good desires, not the bad desires. If you want to go and do haram, that's not a desire. That's something else. That's something else, Habibi. So don't be writing down in the comments being like, hey, but I have a desire to do such and such and such. You just expose yourself, bro. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Just fix what's within your heart. Fix what's within. I won't change the state of a nation until they change what's within themselves. So then the whole process, man, my sister, the whole process, Habibi, is just changing the stuff that's already on the inside. And I've noticed countless proof within this in my life. To the point now, I'm like, when I see something on the outside, I'm just like, oh wow, what have I been feeling lately? That's actually so crazy. So what I do is I'm like, what feeling do I want to feel? Or what feeling do I want to see on the outside? What do I want to happen on the outside? And I'm like, well, I want good things to start happening on the outside. So I'm like, okay, do istighfar, do gratitude. Just go through all these emotions, go through them, literally make them embody your whole being, make them go through your whole body to the point that, and by the way, this has been proven scientifically. I hope you know that. This has literally been proven scientifically. Epigenetics. What does epigenetics say, right? What does epigenetics say? Epigenetics says that your environment dictates your genes, which means that you already have all the genes that you want, that there's no such thing as junk DNA. You have all the genes in your body that you want, but the environment dictates what gene is being activated and what gene is being silenced, which means the environment is not just the stuff on the outside, it's also what you feel on the inside, because the environment is what's causing the feelings and the thoughts on the inside. It's what's causing the emotions. It's what's causing those chemical reactions in your body, which means if you sit down in meditation and you close your eyes and then you just start to spawn feelings and emotions and thoughts and those chemical changes in your body manually, by will, once you start to do that, then you're basically changing the environment in your body, because the environment has always been the body. So then if you're going to be changing the body, what else as a result you're also changing? You're changing your protein, you're changing your genes. You're changing the genes that are being activated, and then you're changing the genes that are being silenced. And genes create proteins, and genes change the function of the proteins. So the protein is your body, which means if you have diseases in your hearts right now, ask yourself what type of emotions you've been feeling, what type of genes you've been activating through the emotions, through the environment. If you're seeing that you're broke, ask yourself what type of genes, because your personality. Rich people don't think the same way as poor people. So it's the personality. Your personality is making your personal reality. So then just start thinking, what are the emotions and feelings have I been feeling lately? And go and fix that. You see why this whole process is not even that hard? You see why Allah is so merciful? Allah has made you the Khalifa. No other creature on earth can do that. Mountains can't do that. Cats, dogs, they can't do that. You are the only one that can do that. And as a result, you know what happens? You start coming and writing down comments on my other video, like the main channel videos. I see people writing down comments and they're like, no, this is pure blasphemy, this is pure false. You're like, thoughts don't dictate your reality, it's only Allah that dictates your reality. I'm like, exactly. Like, listen, if you have a farm right now, and then you go and you plant seeds, you plant tomato seeds, are you going to tell me that, no, Allah is the one that dictates which fruit is going to come out? Allah is the one that dictates which vegetable is going to come out? Or Allah just responds to the seed, the type of seed. So Habibi, you're planting different seeds in your mind right now. You're planting different seeds in your life right now. You are the one that's planting the seeds of hatred coming into your life, of you being broke, of you being rich. You are the one that's planting those seeds. So don't be surprised when you see your life and you're like, why is Allah doing this to me, man? Why is Allah making me like feel such bad things? Why is Allah ruining my life? Is it Allah or you? Is it Allah or you? Allah is only responding to your dua. The dua that you're making every second. Every second you're making a dua. This iPhone, right? The iPhone takes a picture of you every 10 seconds. And that's been proven. It takes a picture of you every 10 seconds. You also do the same thing. You live your whole life and every 10 seconds you think a thought. Technically, you just made a dua. Literally, you just made a dua. And Allah says, I respond to the dua of the caller. You're so unaware. You're so unaware that sometimes these words, you start to get offended by these words because you're so unaware. Be aware of what's happening here. Once you be aware of what's happening here, then you can come and then you can talk. Then you can tell me, oh, but no, I think you're wrong about this and I think you're wrong about that. I dare you to start saying that, man. Because once you start to actually become aware, you will just be like, bro, this is the truth. This is the truth. This man, this beautiful man has been helping me here the whole time. And the entire time I just thought that this was just falsehood. This is the truth. And this is going to give you so much power back. So much power back, inshallah, man. Inshallah. For those of you that want more information about this, that want deep information about this, I am looking for 10,000 people, specifically Muslims, but if you're not Muslim, that's okay. Because if you believe in the message that there is no God but Allah, there is nothing worthy of worship but Allah, honestly, bro, I consider you a Muslim. Seriously, I actually consider you a Muslim. Now you just need to go through the deeper teachings. 10,000 Muslims that want to make $10,000 per month. So click the link in the description. There's a whole course that teaches you mindset things, and then 3 bonus courses to teach you how to do the money things. Because once you have the mindset and then you get into the business, you'll notice that the business just becomes a breeze. It becomes easy, it becomes effortless. So 10,000 Muslims, inshallah by 2025 I'll be completing this goal, making $10,000. So inshallah, if you want to be one of those people, just click the link in the description and follow the teachings, man. Just follow the teachings. There's already a couple of people that are already making $10,000 without even going through the whole course. So just imagine that. Imagine going through the whole course. If this was helpful, man, just let me know.